Hello fans and welcome out to the Reading Soccer Park here on this Sunday morning contest between the Pacific Union Pioneers and your Simpson University Redhawks. Jacob Green joined here by Ryan Gavin in the booth pitch side here for this Sunday morning matinee under partly cloudy skies, sitting around 76 degrees, a beautiful day for some soccer.
Yeah, Jacob, and conference game here for Simpson. PUC always been a good game. Simpson at corner right off the bat as that's sent into the box. Thwarted away by Alves, the goalkeeper for PUC. It should be a good one here. We got some cloud cover making for a somewhat cooler day of soccer here in usually very hot Reading. I'm excited for this one.
Conference opener, and Simpson looking to get back on track. They've dropped the last two. They've dropped 3 of the last 4, one of those resulting in a tie. Their last win came against Warner Pacific, which is a team that beat this PUC team by a score of 2-0. So Simpson definitely, looking at this one on the schedule, knows they can beat these Pioneers. Hopefully that's what happens today. Start off conference strong with a win as Tag takes it outside the box.
Yeah, and definitely some very critical of themselves, Simpson girls, as a few games that we've watched, I thought that they performed quite well in, but speaking to them afterwards, they were not happy with the way they played, so obviously expecting a lot more from themselves this year, which is always good. You always want a team that expects more from themselves, and we'll see if they can show that here. Get those passes down in the final third. Just get through. We saw Chloe Tig there trying to prod one into the 18-yard box. Not coming off, but already like that intensity.
Yeah, putting the pressure on early, that's something we've seen all season, but now the question is how are they going to finish and keep that pressure on toward the end of the game as well, because, I mean, both soccer teams for Simpson have kind of not given the game away in any sorts, but the pressure's been a little bit looser in that second half, and It's really how can you finish well.
And sometimes, like in the last men's game, you see the pressure is not even elusive, it's almost too much, to the point where they just get caught on the counterattack and just, you know, get caught on their back feet and transition, and, well, before you know it, you get a goal against. And
yeah, there needs to be some sort of balance to it and not get taken advantage of in that case with the men's game where they did get the go-ahead goal with, I believe it was 8.6 left.
Yeah, so we'll see how they bounce back from that later. But first, we got a good game in store here. The women trying to get back on track.
And directly after this game ends, this one sent toward the box. It was intended for Lizzie Munoz, but intercepted and kicked away outside of the box. Now on this near side, looking across here, is Serenity Torres.
Good defending there by Mora, freshman from PUC.
PSU's going to thread the needle on a couple of passes and move back up the field, shift this defense back. And Van Dalfsen back in goal as well. This is kicked out of bounds by Linda Jimenez.
Yeah, they'd been juggling between goalkeepers. I talked to Evis, and she said that the coach just, at this point in time, thinks that she's the best for the role. And yeah, she wants to be out in the field playing, but you know, having this role, she was telling me the coach was thankful to her for being, you know, willing to take it. And I mean, she's been doing a good job. They haven't been conceding more than 1 goal a game with her in goal. So yeah, she's happy to do it, you know, being a real team player. And worth noting that this PUC team has, I believe, 6 freshmen in their starting lineup, which
and not a lot of subs.
Not a lot of subs, no. 6 freshmen, and I think our Simpson team has none in the starting lineup, so very young, fresh PUC team, so we'll see how that inexperience translates.
Now take outside the box is going to give it to Brooks, who's going to send it toward goal, but just wide.
Just caught that on just outside of the boot. Just went wide, just enough pressure there by the defense too. Number 7, Carlin Mora, pressuring Brooks there.
And also, the last time these two teams played last year on October 27th, 2 of the 3 goals were assisted by Van Dalfsen, which is an interesting stat, and now she finds herself between the sticks.
Yeah, unlikely she'll get 2 assists today, but you never know. It does happen.
That would actually be very impressive to see if she got 2 assists. 1 would be very impressive, but 2 would be even crazier.
Good little part out there by Brooks. Simpson Serenity Torres with it. She passes that to the right back, Rachel Sakura, who gets it to, I believe, Sunshine Daanda. Stansbury pushes it forward. Daanda puts it into the box, and just a loose first touch there by Chloe Tague, sending it goalward. Easily picked up by the goalkeeper. Good play there, good transition from the left side to the right side there, finding that space. And Chloe Tague was wide open there in the box, but just a bad first touch, just got that ball away.
Secure took it right through the defense of the Pioneers right there. Was able to get it, work it back.
Going quick here off the throw in there, Simpson. So obviously they feel like momentum's on their side. But as we said earlier on, they don't want to get caught in transition, which they almost did there, but prodding that back out.
But their ability to move the ball up
the
field, I mean, with ease, we've seen it probably 3 or 4 times already. They've taken it from the far right third all the way toward the box.
Yeah, and just the thing that, I mean, I've been watching these girls for 3 years now. Some of them have been on the team all 3 years, but just the difference in how they're transitioning the ball from side to side and not trying to go through the middle, but trying to go back around the defense is definitely something kind of newer that we're seeing, but definitely a very effective so far, just getting that ball to the open side. And then they do have a few quicker players, like Chloe here showing her speed. And that ball goes out.
Just not quite able to keep it straight. Quite our crowd here on this Sunday morning for sure as well.
I know we have the PUC teams traveling together, so we have the PUC men's team waiting for their game. So quite the PUC contingency here.
And the Simpson men's team in attendance as well as they await the end of this game. So probably the most the biggest crowd we've had thus far this season, and also the first conference game rather. So there's also a lot of Simpson fans in the crowd as well.
Yeah, definitely that first conference game always has a big exclamation point over its head. You want to make yourself, announce yourself in conference. And Simpson has been around and been doing well, making playoffs in conference over the past years, and Chloe Tague making that all-conference first team, I believe it was last year. So she'll be hoping to make an impression in her senior year.
And especially against a school rival like PUC. There are rivals in basketball, volleyball, and soccer. And all time, the Redhawks are 5-1-1 against PUC. So there is, in a sense, pressure to deliver a win. We've lost only once to this Pioneer team. Don't want to add to that number here. It's a chance to, again, we talked about it already, but get back on the right track and just, walk away with a win, start conference strong.
And an average of just under 4 goals per game. So that should be one thing we can expect today, a few goals. A lot of games have been kind of neck and neck till the end, ending in 1-0 or 1-1, or even 0-0 draws. And, well, based on the stat sheet we have here, likely that there will be goals today.
I can only hope. Our last win came against Warner Pacific, which was a 1-0 win. But then we've lost 2-0 against Southern Oregon, tied 1-1 versus Bushnell, and then their road trip up to Oregon, 2 separate road trips actually, lost by a score of 1-0 and 2-0.
PUC get that ball forward. Bolden boldly putting a foot in there, putting that out for a corner.
That'll be a corner for the Pioneers. So Redhawks get ready outside the box. Van Dalfsen might have to keep it out of the net for the first time today. This one goes in toward the front post, but
headed out there by
Jimenez. Now the Pioneers working back.
And Sakura in action there. That ball goes forward. Is that number 15, Serenity Torres, chasing it.
On the breakaway and avoided the slide tackle. Looking to cross here. It's a 2-on-1.
And she loses it there. Almost beating two PUC defenders to the ball there.
The only help she had was Munoz and then also Brooks coming back. Now trying not to get caught in transition. Going to send it back to the keeper, Van Dalfsen, who's going to kick it away. Little chip shot toward Brooks, who gets overran. Now on the breakaway and kicked out of there by Sakura. That was almost disastrous.
Almost bad for the Redhawks. Yeah, Iris there just trying to be cute with it, trying to just pass that into Brooks there, but just getting the better of her from behind the PUC defender.
That was Ryan Van Horn battling for the ball and was able to take it. Now it goes off the head of Tag after the block. Karam's away. Back toward that middle third. Before it goes out of bounds on that far side. Yeah, Ryan Van Horn battling for it and then almost had the breakaway, but Sakura came from that far side and was able to kick it out of bounds.
Which goes to show, you talk about the importance of positioning in soccer and staying in your lane, but coming from right back all the way in there to help on defense as the shot goes in here.
Right at Van Dalfsen, who corrals it. First save of the day for Van Dalfsen.
Yeah, and a little spell of pressure there from PUC that Simpson won't be happy with. They were, for that first 7 or 8 minutes, they were the ones just trying, and here they go again, Simpson.
Now leading pass to Munoz, but it's overshot and goes right toward the keeper, Alves, who picks it up.
Yeah, Munoz, just that last pass in that 18-yard box, just not connecting so far. It is early days, though, as that ball is intercepted in a dangerous position there in the middle. Echevarria. Delgado passes it out on the left wing there. But Bolden, slightly loose touch there, but she's able to keep it with her.
Yeah, there's been about 3 or 4 passes already early on that just haven't connected inside of that box for Simpson. And once one of those passes connects, it's backdoor, and it's going to be in the net.
That's a great pass there. And that goes out for a goal kick.
Just out of reach of Serenity Torres. Couldn't quite get to it in time. "31 minutes left here in this first half. We just got underway here.
And that glances off her head the wrong way, but Sakura picks that up. Passes it back to Bolden. Bolden looking forward, back to Sakura. That ball just kind of punts that out. That ball just right in between 2 players there. Kind of just the battle of who gets there first. Santiago fighting for that, and she does get there first, but it seems that she pushed over Rose Portillo on the way to that ball. Free kick, PUC.
Already some solid ball movement on both sides. A couple of saves made by the goalies, but you can kind of tell both teams kind of feeling out exactly the reactions and how the defense plays with how the ball gets moved. But, I mean, Simpson's 1 or 2 passes away from either a breakaway or putting one in the net because they've missed a trio of passes or more as this one's kicked up the field. And PUC quickly gets it right back in toward the Red Hawk defense to apply a little bit of pressure.
Little elbow called by the ref there to the displeasure of the PUC fans. Yeah, it's tough when you're a team and you have a pretty winning record against another team. It's tough to not get complacent. And I think Simpson, they would have felt confident that first 10 minutes, but PUC definitely putting it to them and kind of making the most of some somewhat scrappy defense so far by Simpson. But definitely a good tie we've had here so far.
So this one's sent toward goal from deep, but corralled by Alves.
And it seems like Simpson with quite an attacking lineup. It seems like Chloe Tague kind of pushing back into that kind of attacking midfield position with Munoz seeing thing as a striker, which normally at the 10, it's the other way around. She's playing in the attacking midfield position, and here again PUC get that ball in transition, and that pass is not very good, overshot, picked up by Brooks, but PUC have it back.
And we've seen the lineup for Simpson has changed positionally at least a handful of times, just trying some different stuff, see where people work better, where different players work better, I should say. And they're just, I mean, at this point, looking to score goals and walk away with a win, get in the win column, stay in the win column.
Right. Yeah, just like you said, Jacob, just stringing them together, and that's how you get kind of good vibes in a locker room when you know you can go out there and finish a game on top. Well, you can do that a couple times in a row, and especially in conference, like I said, with that big exclamation point over conference games, because that's where you want to announce yourself, and that's where you want to show yourself to be able to win. Let's have a throw in here on the right side. Serenity Torres tries to pass that, but punted away by PUC. Bolden passes it back to Fondolfe. Fondolfe puts that forward to Jimenez. PUC sprinting for it. And a good run, just slipping on that turf. That turf can get more slippery than grass normally is.
Yeah, we see a lot of slippage, honestly. Van Dalfsen will punt it away toward the booth, actually.
Yeah, just that left foot, trying to put it on the inside and kind of curl it towards Brooks, and just kind of went straight on her. There, strong body there by Nadia Santiago. That goes out for a Simpson throw.
And Ryan Van Horn of PUC weaving through the defense, but Red Hawk defense just a little bit better, able to get to that ball and get it out. As Van Horn sends this on a cross toward the far side to the 2 of Delgado. Delgado working in a 1-on-2 toward the 18 box.
The referee calling, I think, just a little bit too much pressure. Though it seemed like a Simpson player had her arm out there, but
will be Van Dalfsen kicking it away. Far side to Sakira is going to walk it up the field a little bit. Stansbury, Sakira, and Torres all passing it around, trying to slowly move up the field. Now Sakira sends it up the field. Goes to Munoz.
Finds Munoz, and it's not offside.
I was awaiting that whistle for the offside. This one sent in toward goal. And on a hop, Alves handles it.
Almost identical to the last cross, just kind of at the goalkeeper, trying to swing it away.
Here's Van Horn on the turn. Contested by Santiago. Santiago not able to get to it. Now Zappian sends it back to Van Horn. Chip shot, but it's going to go right to Van Dalfsen, who's going to pick it up and send it to Jimenez, as the Red Hawks will get the ball back. To the very low-key save from Van Dalfsen. And Tay getting checked right there.
Some would say shoulder check is illegal play in soccer, but that, as we have a fan saying all body, it was indeed all body, and then just kind of, she seems to have hurt herself there, kind of holding onto her rib. Is Cameron Folkers of PUC, although they both seem fine now.
Santiago will kick it away. Send it toward that box, and hopefully Simpson can apply some pressure here. Just going to send it toward that far side post. Just a little bit too deep, and it's kicked out by PUC. Going to go to that far side, still in front of the box, and now absolutely belted away.
Tovar was there because Sunshine Daanda for Simpson was winding up the shot there. No telling where that would have gone, but Simpson are back on the run here. And Chloe Tague just being outshone there on the run by Mora. Tague gets that, passes it back here to Jimenez. And Jimenez passes that straight to Van Horn.
Now it's Van Horn versus Dolphin, and Dolphin comes out of the goal and punts it away back across the, I almost said half court line, midfield. Too many sports, Ryan. Too many sports.
I know. Knowledge is power, but it can also kill you. Yeah, Van Dalse definitely as a striker, always known to be quite an aggressive player. So just having that, that also not being a natural goalkeeper, having that like on-field IQ, just knowing, also kind of knowing what the striker's doing, what the striker against her wants to do, having that knowledge of being in that position. Very good tackle there by Cameron Folkers of PUC. But yeah, just having that kind of knowledge and aggression helps her probably in those positions.
Yeah, she's a
as Taylor Brooks throws that.
Full-on collegiate goalie at this point, but with striker tendencies, which makes her a very fun keeper.
Nice little bit of skill there by Jasmine Zappian, but taken away there.
Take a look.
Munoz with it now.
Looking across here, but kicked away by the 5 of Grijalva.
Goes out for a Simpson throw. Looked like it went off a Simpson player, but yeah, and not many people that can say after college that they played both goalkeeper and striker. So, and that a woeful touch there. Goes out for a goal kick.
Yeah, and Van Dalsen, we've seen in the, I think, 3 or 4 games that she has played goalie here at home. She's come out between the sticks on a lot of plays that you would not expect a normal goalie to come out on. And she hasn't let a goal pass when she has done that, which is even more impressive than just full-fledged sprint out of the box and using her foot or diving on the ball. And it's worked every time.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. A lot of goalies leave it to their defense, and then they see themselves as the last line. And Iris, yeah, she's just so keen to get out there and just play that she's not afraid to run out there. And there's a foul called on Simpson's Rachel Sakura. It seemed like just a kind of collision, but the referee calls that for PUC. And a good spot here for a free kick.
Now the free kick for PUC is up toward the front of the goal, punched out by Van Dalfsen. Goes to Sakura, who's going to take it from that far side and start to move up the pitch, looking for a little bit of help. She's going to send it toward Munoz, overshoots her where it's corralled by Torres. Almost got through the PUC defense, but the Pioneers are going to work it back toward the keeper, Alves, who's going to send it back up toward the middle third.
And trying to guard that ball with her body. Gets it to Sakura. Sakura gets it to Munoz, playing all the way back here now on the right side. And they do a great job in guarding off any other pass, but that one stayed open. And Cameron Folkers is through, and that's a free kick, and it's going to be a yellow card here for, I believe, Malia Bolden, Simpson University. having your center back on a red card there, or on a yellow card, excuse me, early in the game like that is never a good thing. It definitely makes the coach maybe contemplate a sub at some point. Bolden been very steady for Simpson in their games so far, but definitely I would say in basketball terms, Jacob, that would be a transition take foul.
Crazy basketball terms right there. Can't wait to call hoops with you if we end up doing that. That'll be fun.
That will be fun.
And this is
Just
about a 25-yard free kick.
the wall. The time is going to be stopped. The referee is going to pace out 11 steps here.
And you can hear the PUC team behind us counting the steps of the referee. A little bit of jawing going on early on.
Yeah,
this one's going to go wide.
They're having fun with it. There's nothing malicious. You know, last game we saw a fan get kicked out. And the game before that, I believe, we saw a fan basically being told to either keep his mouth shut or leave. But yeah, not much chance of sending a team that's about to play away, but definitely some friendly banter going on. Although we haven't heard the Simpson men's team too much.
Yeah, and that will make for a, should I say, higher emotion maybe going into the men's game if both teams start chipping at the girls' teams or the women's teams.
I'm not sure we can
on
get
the pitch
more emotion than we did the last game.
Yeah, definitely not from the men's side. I think that buzzer beater was about as ruthless as you can get in terms of raw emotion. So the Red Hawks work it back. Bolden goes far side to Sakura. So they start to look up the pitch. Get back in that attacking third as it goes to Munoz on that far side. Now to Tag at midfield. Looking for some help. She's got Brooks to her left. But she's going to send it straight away to her left to Jimenez. Goes to her feet and out of bounds. Will be a throw in for the Pioneers. She had Brooks up the field to her left. Decided to work it slow and go with the safe pass directly to her left and a little bit behind her.
And that was a little confusing. I was a little confused there for a sec. Simpson just seemed to be in a completely different formation for a sec with Munoz back, but back in the normal positions as that ball is stolen by Serenity Torres, who runs it up. And good slows down play there, puts it to Brooks on the left side, and looked like it was going to go out for a corner there, but picked up by the defense, who prod that out for a Simpson throw-in. Yeah, and Chloe Tague playing, you know, for the forward that she is and the prolific goal scorer that she is for Simpson, playing, you know, quite far back in that midfield position today.
I imagine it's so she can use that strong foot that she has and just send it toward goal and see if they can keep applying pressure with someone at midfield like that. This one's barely kept inside of the paint. Now Bolden will have to battle for it.
And Bolden loses that ball again, and that's, you know, being on that yellow card, the last thing you want to do is be the last girl back and be losing that ball.
Now here's Take breakaway toward Munoz, but the goalie Alves comes out of the box to corral it.
That's called offside there.
I was so close to working for Simpson, but between the offsides and also just the pass being a little bit too quick. Just didn't quite come to fruition there as Kylie Melkonian will kick it away for the Pioneers. Just going to boot it into that attacking third.
Simpson get a throw in here on the halfway line. The Simpson are making subs, I believe. Dahanda out, and it looks like Haley Allen making her way onto the pitch.
I believe so. Yeah, Dahanda checked out. Allen in now.
And Allen, compared to Dahanda, does possess a little bit more speed. Just potentially what they're looking for down that right side.
Both at the same height, too. They're both standing at 5'1". The Pioneers throw it in.
It's a powerful throw, sort of shouldered away by Stansbury. No, Nadia Santiago. Excuse me. Picked up by Allen, number 23. Goes into Santiago. Punted away by PUC. Falls with Santiago. They're not both Santiago. One was Torres.
Now Brooks on this near side sends it to Tag outside the box. She's going to send it toward the front of the goal, where Stansbury's going to send it in, but just goes to the left of Alves. Gliding to her right will corral it.
Well, we call that one just a stat, a statistical shot. Runs up your stats, but doesn't really give the goalkeeper anything to think about. As Chloe Tague here takes it in the middle. Her head was up there forward looking for that ball. Couldn't find anything, but like we were talking about earlier in the game, that good transition from left to right. And that ball, Litzy Munoz fighting for it, and she does get to it, but a free kick to Simpson, which is a curious decision here by the linesman who had his flag up. Didn't seem like there was too much jawing going on there, or
Yeah, not sure exactly how that ended up being a free kick. There was a lot of grabbing and tussling going on, but didn't think anything that warranted a free kick. But if you're Simpson, you'll take that. You're right outside the 18 on that far side. You have a huge shot at putting one in between the sticks here. It will be Santiago kicking it away.
wonder if they're going to try
Or
and
Tag.
They seem to have their shorter girls in the box there with their taller Chloe Tague taking the free kick. So I wonder if they're going to try and find someone's head or try to drill this one in low.
Looks like it will be Tag.
Yeah, see, I was kind of expecting the low ball there just because they just had some they had their shorter players in the box, which is not usually something you would do if the intention is to cross.
Now it's going to go out on this.
For a Simpson throw.
This near side. Yeah, they had a little play drawn up there with Santiago with the short pass toward Tag as Tag takes it inside the 18, but then just loses it and taken away by Taylor Delgado of PUC before it's sent toward goal just wide by Nadia Santiago.
Not far off there, and the goalkeeper was kind of just watching it, hoping for it to go wide. Yeah, Chloe Tague making a good dribble there, getting past the first girl, but then you got dribbling into two more girls and just, that ball just kind of sticks at your feet, gets taken away, but a good effort nonetheless there for Simpson University. This ball punted forward, Jimenez picking it up, passing that into the middle there. Santiago getting it. Jimenez back to Bolden. Bolden into Santiago. And then again that transition to the right side there. Sakura into Haley Allen. Back to Sakura, back to Allen. Allen now looking forward, now passes it to Stansbury. Who gets it to Santiago, who puts that a very good ball there to Haley Allen, going straight over, right over everyone's head. Punted away, back to Allen. Chloe Tague has it. Oh, and that is one of those the keeper should probably grab, but just one of those spinny shots that the goalkeeper can do nothing but thwart it away as Portillo is leaving the field here for PUC for Abigail Littleton, sophomore. And I believe Jimena Tovar making way for number 14, Kimry Jez.
Now Teague sends it toward the goal, trying to cross it, but no good there on the breakaway. Teague's gonna have to make up some ground. Goes Karam's over to Sakira, who will maintain possession of it for the Redhawks. It goes to Allen, now to Munoz on that far side. He's gonna have to beat a couple of PUC players. Looking to cross, no room. She's gonna give it to Allen. Allen sends it toward the goal, but it's corralled by Avery Alves yet again.
Just a bit of a trigger happy shot there. Just kind of saw the ball, got excited, and just kicked it goalwards to no avail. But definitely seeing some Simpson girls there, and Allen and Munoz beating the PUC left backs, which is something that they might try to do. You know, they seem to struggle. They get by on the left side here, whereas that right side they seem to be having success on. As here it seems that they're going to try on the left side. So let's hope I wasn't. And that pass goes into the middle.
Now Santiago sends it in right at the keeper.
Yeah, just a lot of shots from far out. That one just straight at the keeper, giving her nothing to think about. But definitely racking up that shot stats with 6 shots to 2 in favor of Simpson University. As here, new addition Abigail Littleton gets past Santiago in the middle there and goes off Allen for a corner for PUC.
Yeah, it'll be a corner for PUC, and just a lot of shots on goal. Pressure being applied by Simpson, but not really close. They're not in the box at all when that pressure is being applied. It's all been 20-yard to 25-yard shots. And if you want to put one in the back of the net, you need to be a little bit closer than that, or at least connect on the quick leading passes. And so far, just hasn't happened yet. Here comes the corner by Littleton for the Pioneers, who stumbles on her approach. She's going to have to get set again. There's a little bit of a hill back there on that back corner where she's at, so she starts out slanted and then makes her way toward the pitch on that approach.
I normally see it the other way around, starting out lower, but also just, and yeah, obviously that slip is just kind of causing her some ill confidence there. I think also the going from, oh, and there she goes again, it might be an issue with her boots or something in that case, as she gives that ball straight to the Simpson offense. Munoz
on a huge breakaway, looking for some help.
She finds Chloe Teague.
Now Teague on the breakaway, looking toward the goal. Stopped up by PUC now, is going to try, gets through the keeper, and kicked away.
But it's a penalty. Penalty to Simpson University.
Huge chance here for Simpson. After Alves came out of the goal to corral it, stopped Teague. Teague was tripped up. After Munoz's leading pass to Teague on the breakaway, and then Teague was also looking for a little bit of help.
Teague, I believe, just trying to cut inside there onto her right foot and just being, you know, just being tripped down there by a PUC defender. Yeah, that's just one of the cardinal sins in soccer, just giving the ball away in the midfield there. Kind of the number 19 Littleton for PUC, who was slipping, just kind of slipped and gave that ball into that midfield.
Now Santiago with the PK here, and a chance to go up by a score of 1-0. Or is it goes by Santiago, and it's good. That will put the Redhawks up by a score of 1-0 with 6:43 left in the first half. On the PK, Santiago nails it into the back of the net. Had Alves leaning to her right, and
yeah, just a well-taken professional penalty going down to that right corner. Yeah, just a good passage to play there. Munoz just had a head of steam going forward when she was gifted that ball in midfield. Kind of stopped, got her head on a swivel. She was looking for Allen on her right. Then saw Teague coming in on the left side, passed it to her. Teague goes in, gets fouled. I think that's a good call by the ref and a well-taken penalty. good communication between the Simpson players, talking it over, who's going to take it. Santiago taking it, scoring a good goal there, 1-0 to Simpson.
This is a team that averages 3 goals against this PUC, or almost 4 goals rather, against this PUC team. Headed away by Brooks.
And that is the thing, like I said, with 6 freshmen in their starting lineup for PUC, that can mean that pass again in the middle, straight to Litzy Munoz, who once again with a head of steam, trying to use that body to get past, but doesn't. Seem to be tugged a little bit by a PUC defender there, but and there Alexa Baez makes an appearance in the game. Little post-goal substitution, and Litzy Munoz with it again, and she takes that shot unsuccessfully.
Field goal situation right there, just a bit
right.
high.
But yeah, that's when you see so many freshmen on the team, you might think a lack of experience, but to me that always shows ambition from a coach to recruit and to change things around in a program. So that might not happen within one day, but PUC already we're seeing, you know, positive signs there, and that was good defending, all but just one trip up in the box leading to that penalty, and have been putting some pressure on Simpson. So far better signs than in the past, but still 50 minutes to go in this game, so we'll see how it continues.
Yeah, lots of soccer left to be played. We still have a whole nother half. Simpson only up by 1. And based on the whole season at this point, you definitely want to get another goal and keep that pressure on, as De Leon gets this pass taken, intercepted rather, and then goes right back to her after good defense from Jimenez. And now way up the pitch is the 15 of Serenity Torres before it's punted away by the Pioneers' number 5, Mia Grijalva. Thrown in by Brooks. Goes to Torres, who's bodied on that far side, looking to cross it with the left foot. Nothing there. Throws on the brakes, trying to get through.
Torres trying to pass that off of Cambry Chase, but just passes it out for a goal kick instead. Does PUC have time to reset here once again? Goalie Alves asking our players to kind of come in, getting a little more compact. Delgado was wide open here on the right side for a second, but now standing neck and neck with Taylor Brooks. And that Bolden with a push, and Bolden on a yellow card wants to, you know, watch herself a little bit here. Obviously that is not a yellow card offense, but
still not a great look for Bolden with the yellow card.
Yeah, and the ref sees you do enough of those, and you know, make enough of those small fouls, eventually he'll penalize you for it.
Sakura on that far side works it back. Santiago, as the game momentarily comes to a halt, it's going to get sent back to Van Dolfsen, who's going to turn, look to her right, sends it to Jimenez.
Yeah, we're just kind of passing it around here in the back.
Trying to burn clock. Now Van Dolfsen way out of goal. Almost got the ball taken from her. She's on this far side. She's going to have to get back in between the sticks. As the ball's turned over to 24 of Van Horn, who's going to send it toward the goal, toward the back post. Nothing there. Wow, missing the header was PUC, and catching the break was the Redhawks.
That was a volley was on in an open goal. One that most, yeah, I think that was Abigail Littleton there, striker for PUC, and you can see she's just disgusted with that miss. Always a tough one to hit a ball on the volley like that, but when the goal's wide open like that, you're just licking your lips. But that doesn't go, and yeah, Van Dolfsen almost caught out there. Just good pressure there by PUC, but Van Dolfsen obviously being a striker, being used to being on field, happy enough to dribble that away, and well, crisis averted for Simpson for now, as that ball's thwarted forward. Serenity Torres with it.
Yeah, trying to get the
Brooks.
Trying to get the turn there as it goes Back and forth between De Leon now. Worked back. And then towards Santiago. Santiago is going to send it toward that far side. A leading pass for Haley Allen on the wing.
And that's a ball that's been working all day for Simpson.
Santiago calling for it. Is she trying to thread the needle? Sent way over top of goal.
And that is, yeah.
Another missed chance there for Simpson, but thwarted by some great Pioneer defense. As Claire Brown will check into the game for Serenity Torres. Getting some rest to those starters is Coach Milton Carrera. De Leon with the great interception, but turned right back over to PUC as they pass up the field. Secure chasing down that ball. She's gonna get beat to the punch by Cameron Folkers, who sends it toward Ryan Van Horn, but Van Horn cannot maintain possession of it. It goes out of bounds. It'll be a goal kick for Van Dalsen.
And that was PUC have been kind of doing what we've been seeing other teams do to Simpson all year round. So far is just catching them on transition there, and that ball could have probably gone in a little bit earlier, but just waiting there and allowing Simpson to get back and set on defense.
Now Van Dalsen sends it toward midfield, corralled by Claire Brown as time winds down. Under 10 seconds left to play. So it's passed around. PUC is going to try and get one more shot off. They're going to send it off target to Taylor Delgado as time will wind down. Halftime will hit. Simpson is up by a score of 1-0. Some great ball movement in that first half. Lots of missed opportunities on both sides, really, and small mistakes made collectively on both sides. But if both these teams can clean up those small mistakes in the second half, it's going to be a very high-pressure second half. And we'll see who walks away with the win today when we have 45 minutes left to play after this 15-minute halftime break.
Yeah, well, we'll see. I mean, Simpson definitely on the front foot there in that half, but we'll see how Simpson do in the second half, and also PUC definitely applying a little more pressure at the end of that first half, and they'll be hoping to keep that up in the second half. Obviously 1-0 down, they're the ones in need of a goal, whereas Simpson might be happy to just keep it the way it is now, although they do look to have their heads on a swivel looking for that pass in the final third. So we'll see if they can connect in the second half.
Do you think Simpson comes out with a high press in the second half?
They have been doing that in the past, but the thing is, the high press just speeds up the game so much, and when you're 1-0 up, I feel like you're almost happy for it to slow down and just kind of pass it around in the back. So it's really up in the air because it is something they've been doing so far, but it's kind of been catching them out. So I wonder if Coach Milton will kind of sit them back and let them enjoy their lead.
And so far with the positioning they have, it's worked well. They've gotten a lot of shots on goal and a lot of passes within that 18-yard box. Just under 15 minutes left before we get you the second half. We'll be right back in about 14 minutes or so. This is Jacob Green with Ryan Gavin on the Red Hawk Sports Network.
Whether you can go anywhere and get a degree, but where you're going to get the degree and have a little bit of a more meaningful impact in your life.
Personally, it's brought me out of my shell for sure. I'm very introverted into myself. And then like coming here, everyone's like so outgoing and wants to know each other and wants to get together and hang out.
There's so much to do. You can go hike or you can go down to the lake.
Go play golf with people that work here. Never been fishing before, get it up here. Snowboarding, I mean, everything I've done with this community and the people has just been super fun.
Academically, I have managed to put much more time and effort after practices, into the books. Before there's a athlete, there's a student.
You grow here a lot more just because the people you're put around and the professors they have here and just the faculty.
The professors actually know your name. It's awesome. They want people to be here and they want people to succeed.
You're never alone. Like, there's always resources and people to help you.
This will bring power into this, and then you'll have another one that's going to the light bulb.
Living here has made me much more independent, and it has made me much more of a disciplined person.
Feels like family. You feel supported by everyone you're with. It's a good community.
People are so welcoming here. It's just an awesome environment.
I think it's the best thing about it. I made the best relationships I've made in a really long time here.
Building relationships and deepening your faith, it's allowed me to really go in depth within the scripture.
Something that made me want to come to Simpson was hearing about how people have grown their faith with God.
If you want to continue on growing with your faith, Simpson University is the best place.
There's so much the school has to offer, whether that be like spiritually, academically, sports, like it's just good all around. And it's great people, great mentors, great professors, coaches, you name it. Everyone's here to help and everyone wants to see each other succeed here.
Experience,
learn, grow,
and impact
at Simpson University.
Simpson University was named a 5-star Champions of Character institution for the 2023 to 2024 school year as they received a perfect score, 100 out of 100 points. Simpson University has also earned the Sportsmanship Award in the California Pacific Conference for the 2023-2024 school year as they embodied true professionals on and off the field. You're tuned into Simpson University's Red Ox Sports.
Go anywhere and get a degree, but where you're going to get the degree and have a little bit of a more meaningful impact in your life.
Everyone's like so outgoing and wants to know each other and wants to get together and hang out.
There's so much to do. You can go hike or you can go down to the lake.
Never been fishing before, get it up here. Snowboarding, I mean, everything I've done with this community and the people has just been super fun.
The professors actually know your name. It's awesome. They want people to be here and they want people to succeed.
You're never alone. Like, there's always resources and people to help you.
This will bring power into this.
Something that made me want to come to Simpson was hearing about how people have grown their faith with God.
There's so much the school has to offer, whether that be like spiritually, academically, sports, like it's just good all around. And it's great people, great mentors, great professors, coaches, you name it.
Experience,
learn, grow,
and impact
at Simpson University.
You can go anywhere and get a degree, but where you're going to get the degree and have a little bit of a more meaningful impact in your life.
Everyone's like so outgoing and wants to know each other and wants to get together and hang out.
There's so much to do. You can go hike or you can go down to the lake.
Never been fishing before, get it up here. Snowboarding, I mean, everything I've done with this community and the people has just been super fun.
The professors actually know your name. It's awesome. They want people to be here and they want people to succeed.
You're never alone. Like, there's always resources and people to help you.
This will bring power into this.
Something that made me want to come to Simpson was hearing about how people have grown their faith with God.
There's so much the school has to offer, whether that be like spiritually, academically, sports, like it's just good all around. And it's great people, great mentors, great professors, coaches, you name it.
Experience,
learn, grow,
and impact
at Simpson University.
Whether you can go anywhere and get a degree, but where you're going to get the degree and have a little bit of a more meaningful impact in your life.
Personally, it's brought me out of my shell for sure. I'm very introverted into myself. And then like coming here, everyone's like so outgoing and wants to know each other and wants to get together and hang out.
There's so much to do. You can go hike or you can go down to the lake.
Go play golf with people that work here. Never been fishing before, get it up here. Snowboarding, I mean, everything I've done with this community and the people has just been super fun.
Academically, I have managed to put much more time and effort after practices, into the books. Before there's a athlete, there's a student.
You grow here a lot more just because the people you're put around and the professors they have here and just the faculty.
The professors actually know your name. It's awesome. They want people to be here and they want people to succeed.
You're never alone. Like, there's always resources and people to help you.
This will bring power into this, and then you'll have another one that's going to the light bulb.
Living here has made me much more independent, and it has made me much more of a disciplined person.
Feels like family. You feel supported by everyone you're with. It's a good community.
People are so welcoming here. It's just an awesome environment.
I think it's the best thing about it. I made the best relationships I've made in a really long time here.
Building relationships and deepening your faith, it's allowed me to really go in depth within the scripture.
Something that made me want to come to Simpson was hearing about how people have grown their faith with God.
If you want to continue on growing with your faith, Simpson University is the best place.
There's so much the school has to offer, whether that be like spiritually, academically, sports, like it's just good all around. And it's great people, great mentors, great professors, coaches, you name it. Everyone's here to help and everyone wants to see each other succeed here.
Experience,
learn, grow,
and impact
at Simpson University.
The main reason I wanted to transfer here was just the faith aspect. I wanted to build my faith and get stronger and build a close relationship with the Lord. I think this was the best place to do it.
Something that made me want to come to Simpson was hearing about how people have grown their faith with God and just being surrounded by a family that makes them feel at home.
I feel like coming here, I'm able to understand why I believe what I believe through scripture.
I felt like God kind of put a calling and he told me to come here.
Since we live by the Spirit, let us keep in step with the Spirit.
It allowed me to like dive deeper into my faith. My faith is way more stronger than before I came here.
I feel like I've grown much more closer to God.
That helped me grow in my faith to talk about it a little bit more, be a little bit more outspoken about it. I'm thankful for it. Whether you can go anywhere and get a degree, but where you're going to get the degree and have a little bit of a more meaningful impact in your life.
Personally, it's brought me out of my shell for sure. I'm very introverted into myself. And then like coming here, everyone's like so outgoing and wants to know each other and wants to get together and hang out.
There's so much to do. You can go hike or you can go down to the lake.
Go play golf with people that work here. Never been fishing before, get it up here. Snowboarding, I mean, everything I've done with this community and the people has just been super fun.
Academically, I have managed to put much more time and effort after practices, into the books. Before there's an athlete, there's a student.
And you grow here a lot more just because the people you're put around and the professors they have here and just the faculty.
The professors actually know your name. It's awesome. They want people to be here and they want people to succeed.
You're never alone. Like there's always resources and people to help you.
This will bring power into this, and then you'll have another one that's going to the light bulb.
Living here has made me much more independent, and it has made me much more of a disciplined person.
Feels like family. You feel supported by everyone you're with. It's a good community.
People are so welcoming here. It's just an awesome environment.
I think it's the best thing about it. I made the best relationships I've made in a really long time here.
Building relationships and deepening your faith, it's allowed me to really go in depth within the scripture.
Something that made me want to come to Simpson was hearing about how people have grown their faith with God.
If you want to continue on growing with your faith, Simpson University is the best place.
There's so much the school has to offer, whether that be like spiritually, academically, sports, like it's just good all around. And it's great people, great mentors, great professors, coaches, you name it. Everyone's here to help and everyone wants to see each other succeed here.
Experience,
learn, grow,
and impact
at Simpson University.
You can go anywhere and get a degree, but where you're going to get the degree and have a little bit of a more meaningful impact in your life.
Everyone's like so outgoing and wants to know each other and wants to get together and hang out.
There's so much to do. You can go hike or you can go down to the lake.
Never been fishing before, get it up here. Snowboarding, I mean, everything I've done with this community and the people has just been super fun.
The professors actually know your name. It's awesome. They want people to be here and they want people to succeed.
You're never alone. Like, there's always resources and people to help you.
This will bring power into this.
Something that made me want to come to Simpson was hearing about how people have grown their faith with God.
There's so much the school has to offer, whether that be like spiritually, academically, sports. Like, it's just good all around. And it's great people, great mentors, great professors, coaches, you name it.
Experience,
Learn,
Grow.
An impact.
At Simpson University.
Simpson University was named a 5-star Champions of Character institution for the 2023 to 2024 school year as they received a perfect score, 100 out of 100 points. Simpson University has also earned the Sportsmanship Award in the California Pacific Conference for the 2023-2024 school year as they embodied true professionals on and off the field. You're tuned into Simpson University's Red You're tuned into Simpson University's Red Hawks.
Hello, fans, and welcome back to the second half here on the Red Hawk Sports Network. I am Jacob Green, joined here by Ryan Gavin as we get ready to start this final 45 minutes of this Sunday morning match here between the Red Hawks and the Pioneers. PUC making their way all the way down from Angwin, California. The Red Hawks up by a score of 1-0. The Red Hawks hoping to walk away with a win here today, Ryan. And second half, keep your foot on the pedal. Try and score a goal. Don't get caught in transition. We'll see if they can get back in the win column.
Indeed.
It's going to be up to that front line of Chloe Brown, Litzy Munoz, Chloe Tagg, and Nadia Santiago, who have all been applying pressure thus far.
It looks like I think our sheet is giving us different changes than what has actually happened. Yeah, Malia Bolden on the yellow card in the second half. That's something to look out for. Claire Brown, Chloe Tague will be, I mean, they generally are the two strikers. They played like a 4-4-2 a few games ago with Brown and Tague in that striker position. But it does seem that Tague was pulling back a little bit more during the first half. But look at that, like they're all, as soon as that ball goes forward, first thing,
Yeah, Teg
And that
about to get a
ball
touch here as it goes through the defense, but kicked away by
missed.
Jimena Tovar. Now sent back toward the goal for Munoz. Munoz on the turn, looking toward the back post. Is going to cross it, but it goes right at the goalie.
At the goalie. I do believe that was a shot on goal, but not in the goal.
Yeah, not quite. Just a little bit to the right of the goal, and Avery Alves was able to get a clean handle on it.
That ball punted out by PUC, already kind of under the caution. We're only less than a minute into this half. Simpson will be. You asked me, Jacob, if they were going to go for it or not, and I said possibly not. Well, it seems like they are going for it.
Yeah, Munoz, Santiago, and Teg each have 2 shots on goal here as Teg gets it on this near side wing. She's going to give it to Brown. Brown looking to cross back toward the middle where she has Munoz and Haley Allen. It's going to go through the defense and then just a little.
That, I think, yeah, the linesman called it out, so it's going to be a goal kick here. I think it was maybe worth putting her body in between the ball and the player there for Claire Brown to hopefully corral it out for a corner, but decided to play it instead. And just 1 touch too many, and that goes out for a goal kick. That ball straight away with Litsy Munoz, who finds Chloe Tague. Chloe Tague's kind of been the general. She's been playing the number 10 today, and Munoz has been playing more than 9. Just meaning that Chloe Tague has been playing more, I guess floor general would be the word for you basketball fans. She's just kind of been being the one with the head on a swivel looking for that pass.
This one's going to go blocked and out of bounds.
Tague with it here. Oh, that's a dangerous ball, and that goes into Stansbury, and Stansbury
goes past toward the back post, just a bit wide.
Unbelievable.
Alves might have gotten some fingertips on it, maybe?
I mean, no, I don't think so, because that's a goal kick. I think she tried to I think she just put 1 step too many, got a little close to the goalkeeper, tried to play it around the goalkeeper, ended up going around the goal. But that was worked out of nowhere there. Chloe Tague, like we were talking about earlier, just getting that ball in the middle of the field, middle of the pitch, and just passing that, just finding that ball. And it's all about finding that ball, and that was found there. And that's a great ball there by Tovar,
who throws on the brakes and gets Allen a miss.
Delgado has it, but she passes that again. PUC have just been struggling, passing that ball down the middle. So where Simpson has been going back through the defense and around, PUC has tried to go straight through the middle and just kind of losing that ball. Not kind of losing that ball. Losing that ball to Simpson. And PUC gave Simpson a little bit of a hope there by missing a ball there on that long ball. So Simpson just trying to get more of those long balls. Great tackle there, though, by PUC's Jimena Tovar. As Allen will go and take the throw in.
Tague and Munoz will be on this near side with Claire Brown right behind them. On the throw, and it's going to go toward Brown. Great touch there from Brown. Karam's back toward Allen. Allen surrounded by a couple of black jerseys. He's going to work it back toward Santiago. Santiago, Sakira behind her, throws on the brakes, gives it to Sakira. Sakira looking toward the box. She's going to send it toward the box where it's centered toward Munoz with a nice touch. Now looking to turn and cross back toward the net, but it gets poked away by
that's out for a corner.
Mia Grahava. Lots of quick action there. Will be a corner for Simpson, though.
A bit aggressive play here by Simpson. Not giving PUC anything. And PUC don't really appear to have that speed up front. That Simpson would fear too much of a counterattack, and also keeping 2 of their defensive players there back. And Sakira and Jimenez.
Here in the 48th minute, kicking it away will be Santiago. She'll send it to Tague. Tague back to Santiago. Santiago trying to get around PUC defender. It gets poked away toward Allen. Allen is going to work it back towards Sakira.
Bit of an awkward ball there. Just
It gets
to her
stolen
shins.
by Ryan Van Horn. She's going to send it up the pitch.
A great bit of play there by PUC. But that last ball just head down, not really looking for the player. More just looking to get that forward. And Simpson are able to intercept that.
And it gets sent out of bounds.
Let's go, Simpson.
Now Tovar with the throw in. Gets headed up, back, and will go out of bounds. This will be a Simpson throw in now. Haley Allen. Sends it up the pitch. Headed away by Tovar, and it goes to PUC before it's punted away. Leading past for Claire Brown with a nice little touch there, trying to get outside. She's shoved. No call there.
Yeah, there is a call. Referee says shove, as you said, Jacob. Good, strong play there. And Claire may be selling that a little by, you know, running in the direction she was shoved in, which does happen, but
I'm not sure. I think that was Grijalva of PUC who had me fooled on it because she just kept taking the ball up the pitch for a second. Didn't quite hear a whistle or anything on it.
no, there wasn't too much of a whistle there. It was more of a, I guess the referee, sometimes they think it's an obvious call, so they kind of just think everyone's on my side here, but that is not the life of a referee.
This one's going to be sent toward the goal by Santiago. It's batted down by the wall.
Good wall placement there.
Now working that far side.
Offside. Yeah, that's when you're just trying to build it up along the side there, that's always disappointing for players and coaches alike when you get offside on a simple play like that. And that ball sent again by PUC, just sent down the middle of the pitch with no real player in sight. That was not much better though, as expected by the goalkeeper.
Yeah, on cue right there. Just an errant pass intended for Munoz, but just wide. And
here's Simpson applying the pressure here offensively. And again, that ball just down the middle for PUC, and Simpson coming away with it.
It goes to Santiago, sends it back toward Teg. Teg going toward the far side, tries to send it in. To Stansbury.
One here by Santiago. Santiago.
The shot on goal here, right toward the keeper, Alves.
By all means, the keeper can count herself offended in this game at the amount of long-range shots that are being attempted on her. And just collecting them with ease. And that, a good tackle there by PUC's Jimena Tovar, who's down and seems a little bit hurt, as Allen wants to get a move on here.
Allen will throw it in, looking toward that attacking third. She's got Brown, Munoz, and Teg to work with. It's going to bounce around PUC's heads.
I will say a lot of Simpson's throw-ins just haven't gotten to where they needed to get, kind of just falling onto a PUC head. Santiago just purposely placing herself in front of that ball and allowing the kick to be taken quickly. A lot of shoving then in the second half. We didn't really see any calls for that. I think we've already had 3 now.
That's also, I think, the second time that PUC's actually been in their attacking zone on Simpson. Slide tackle there, but it's going to be a...
Jimenez just taking down Van Horn there.
Yeah, a foul on Jimenez there on the slide tackle.
One of those where Van Horn was already on her back foot, already going away from goal. No real need to get in the middle, intercede that. Calling it, I guess, offside, maybe? I don't know. That was a bit of a confusing play there.
Offsides, and then that Munoz with some trickery has slipped up on a couple of crosses, and then the 21 of Deonda sends it wide of the net.
Yeah, that was, I don't know quite what happened. I believe it looked like the referee was calling for a foul, but I wonder if he said it was a dive by the PUC PUC's 24 Van Horn, or if it was an offside.
Might have been offside right before the foul. I'm not exactly sure.
Well, she was dribbling it. She hadn't passed it yet, but maybe it was when, yeah, an odd one to say the least. But that seems to just have come straight off her arm as Haley Annan kind of shrugs her shoulders like she thought it might have been a handball there. But Simpson come away with it nonetheless. Jimenez gets it into Santiago. Back to Jimenez.
Yeah, and on that play as well, both of us were very much caught off guard looking toward that
Right.
left third, and then all of a sudden Simpson had the ball and it was taken up the field by Munoz, and it was her and Deonda headed for the goal.
Correct.
Huge breakaway here, Ryan Van Horn.
And brilliant defending by Sakira. Again, Simpson's right back, getting into the center of that 18-yard box.
Now Van Dalsen. With the goal kick, likely sending it in deep here. She'll boot it away with the left foot. Goes over the head of Munoz, past Claire Brown. Now off of Brown, off of Munoz. Trying to keep possession of the ball. Munoz battling for it. She's got Brown and Deonda. Now Deonda passes it up the field to Claire Brown, and the keeper, Alves, comes out of nowhere to snag it from the feet of Claire Brown. A great play by Avery Alves.
Brilliant goalkeeping there, coming out. A little bit scrappy there on offense. Didn't know who was going to come away with it. Deonda, Brown, or Munoz. Eventually Brown coming away with it up front. Goalkeeper just comes out and snatches it.
A very brave play by Alves to come out
Oh, yeah.
all the way outside the 18. This one's booted out of bounds.
Amanda Tovar taking no chances there, just tossing it at the fans. I believe in basketball that would be a technical.
Yeah, that would be, ooh, there's a,
Clash of heads, but
yeah, Claire Brown walks away from it unscathed.
yeah, seems to be. Seem to both be fine. Sometimes the crowd sees more than really happens, especially with the fast pace of the game.
Yeah, neither were traveling at a very high velocity.
And that ball goes out there for attempted, I think, to kick it off of Tague, but that ball goes straight past her out for a Simpson throw-in.
Now Allen with the throw in towards Santiago. Santiago with the clean ball control. Gets it stripped by Cameron Folkers. Now Santiago gets it right back from Folkers, who's on the ground, slow to get up.
Looked like a foul, but just, I think, just slipped. Seems like this turf has a few PUC players kind of, you know, shaky on their feet. As there, and again, kind of slips dangerously. Could have quite easily taken out Santiago in a painful way there, but Santiago.
And the elation of the Simpson bench over there with the moves, too.
Right.
That was just some slippage on the turf, which, again, like you said, Ryan, something we've seen a lot today. From both teams, honestly, but a little bit more from PUC, which makes me think that PUC plays on a grass surface. I'm pretty sure.
It's a good question. See if we can
do some on-air research and find out. But if I know anything about Angwin, California, and back home in Northern California, near where I'm from, it's probably grass. There's not a lot of turf surfaces back home.
Grass, indeed.
That is very much.
You can thank my research skills there.
It's the beauty of a co-commentator right there. Add that to your resume, some on-air research under pressure. Sakira trying to keep it in bounds.
And she does. Wow, that was definitely on the line. The referee calls it a throw-in to PUC. I think the referee just wants a bit of a breather, potentially. But Simpson with 13 shots to PUC's 3, 7 on target against PUC's 1. An absolute
Yeah,
Whopping stat line for Simpson.
Van Dalfsen has not been busy between the sticks today, which is not a bad thing by any means at all.
She'll be quite happy with that. I'm sure she still wants to be out there playing. I mean, that's what I've heard, but she's playing a role, and so far with 30 minutes to go, she's playing it very well. So at the end of the day, at the goalkeeper, all that matters is keeping that scoreline at 0.
Yeah, in the 61st minute here, just a solid sheet already from Van Dalfsen. And hopefully I didn't speak too early on that.
I know, commentators curse.
So here's the throw in right toward the 18, but bodied away by Santiago.
Here, and that comes
right toward me. Let's see if I can make the play. Not quite. Intercepted by a fan, but full extension. Don't have my glove on. Might not have been able to make the play.
Ashley Horan, former Simpson Red Hawk herself, making that play.
Yeah, I would have had to lay out for that one, which not really something you want to do. Is on the throw in there, headed away by Sakira.
Sakira is just trying to pummel that ball into some fans, it seems. We'll see if she tries it again, and that is a really good throw in there.
By Melkonian, rather, not Van Horn. Now it gets sent out of bounds again.
Melkonian is obviously the girl known for is the one doing the throw-ins. Known for she gets that run in and she gets that ball far, especially as far as women's soccer goes. You don't usually see that.
And her approach with that, it was sent just wide there.
Just pulling that left as we have a triple substitution for Simpson University. Seems Brown is coming out. Seems like Taylor Brooks coming in. DJ Valdez coming in. And number 28 for Simpson University, Madison Edwards, who is a freshman, and I don't believe we've seen her yet.
I do not believe we have either.
So that is a debut for a Simpson freshman from Redding, California. Played her soccer in a high school at Foothill here in Redding.
And Madison Edwards in.
Taylor Brooks here on the left side.
For Jimenez.
Her first rep here since coming back on, and that's a tidy little play there by Letsy Munoz. And excuse me, that was Cassandra Grabiola coming in, not DJ Valdez.
Yeah, she checked in for Claire Brown as it's sent right toward Grabiola, but just a little bit wide. Some substitutions in the 63rd minute for Simpson. Now Sakira working from the back, gives it to Munoz.
Munoz, a bit of a heavy touch there, goes back. Sakira with it here on the right side. Bolden being very quiet this half, but as a defender, quiet is good.
And for Simpson, you can tell they're working slower, don't want to get caught in transition, want to maintain the lead, but still apply pressure. So this one's going to get sent to Munoz in that near side corner, keeps it in bounds, but turns it over right toward Tovar, who kicks it out of bounds, and it will be Simpson's throw in again. For the 21 of Deonda. Gets sent toward Grabiola with the control. Weaves through a couple of defenders looking to cross. Makes some moves, makes a couple miss before the slide tackle from Folkers. And it gets poked out of bounds for the corner.
Very good piece of skill there by Grabiola. Winning the corner for Red Hawks.
Some great footwork from Grabiola. Now the corner from Santiago, who has been all over the pitch today. She's had herself quite a game, getting a handful of touches. She also leads in shots with 5. She sends this one toward the goal, toward the back post. Trying to get up and head it in was Bolden, but unable to.
Falls to Stansbury. Stansbury just takes that out. She passed that to Grabiola, who's been everyone on the pitch since coming in. Back to Stansbury. Van Horn trying to weave this up the right side before turning her attention to the middle of the pitch. Van Horn getting those weaves, just not getting a whole lot of help there. This is Melkonian standing at.
Leading pass to Munoz on the breakaway. 1-on-2. Gets it stripped. Gets it back. Still battling 2-on-1. Trying to turn it back toward Graviola, who's going to send it toward the left side. Munoz was caught in a 2-on-1, battling for it.
And a brilliant play by her, too. She winning that, too. Really good. Getting it to Graviola, who just putting in enough pressure by the PUC defense, too. Just kind of scuffed that shot.
Yeah, trying to make something out of nothing there. And Munoz somehow maintained possession of the ball in the 2-on-1. And just enough for Graviola to get in there to try at least something on target on the breakaway. Almost worked out.
Graviola.
Little chip shot outside to
almost a success. Munoz, last-ditch attempt there, getting her leg in there. Lucky to miss the goalkeeper. But yeah, a nice little ball. Graviola, I think, between two minds there, thinking of a shot but thinking of a cross too. Doing the right thing in my opinion, trying to pass that through into the box just a little bit too firmly. Picked up by Alves, the goalkeeper. Now you have the ball back here in Simpson's defensive third. Sakura finds De Leon.
And both
Daanda,
Van Horn and Melkonian are the stronger players for this Pioneer team, and they've been able to use their bodies to their advantage and really body these players. As turned over toward Van Horn, who gets it, and Iris kicks it out of the goal. Van Dalfsen with the clean save on the turn. Van Horn was right around that near side post, and Van Dalfsen came out from the goal and with the one leg punched it away out of bounds. It'll be a corner for PUC's number 22, Kylie Melkonian.
Yeah, Van Horn really great play there, just staying with it. Obviously she can't do it all by herself, but like you said, she's been doing great for them so far. That shot, you know, straightforward enough for Iris. Obviously preferring to use her feet as she is an infield player. Melkonian sends this ball in.
Toward the front post where Sakura will kick it away. Now the Red Hawk defense will collapse on Melkonian.
And she got a second chance there to send that in, and that kind of just evades everyone. And Iris Van Dalfsen picks it up before trying to kick that away, kind of straight through the middle. The theme has been through the middle today is not the best. Now that is
now Graviola and a 3-on-5. That's Madison Edwards rather over there as well, trying to weave through. I take that back. Correction.
The question is, will Graviola grab herself a goal?
I hope.
Simpson seemed to have a corner here. Bolden making her way up. Sakura and freshman Edwards hanging tight. Van Horn definitely a danger to be reckoned with already in the second half.
In that 3-on-5, it was also Taylor Brooks, not Madison Edwards. My apologies. I want to make sure I get that right. There's a chip shot way far outside, headed off the forehead of Graviola. Wow. Almost was able to just get it toward the other post.
Scraped her head and went just right of the goal.
Now, goal kick for Alves. In the 70th minute now. PUC is going to have to start working a little bit quicker if they want to tie up this ball game and go even faster if they want to win. Van Horn on the turn there, weaving through the middle. past Madison Edwards. Now trying to get back is Edwards as Van Horn surrounded by red jerseys right outside the 18.
Oh.
Sakira taken out at the legs. Santiago with some work toward midfield. A couple of moves, some pulling going on as well, not called.
A couple of Simpson, Sakira hurt herself on that play.
Now Santiago sends it to Munoz on this near side, looking to cross. Gets it past, leading pass back towards Santiago before it's kicked away by the 5 of Mia Grijalva.
Yeah, just a clash there by Sakira and Zapian on the ball. Both kind of, Zapian visibly limping a little. And Sakira a little hurt. I wonder if the referee's asking if she's okay or having a word with her. I mean, it was a clean play on the ball, but just that clash, I believe the referee just telling her to be careful next time. Good advice for all you kids out there.
Sakira was going all in on that play as well, along with about 3 or 4 other Redhawks. Grabiola battling for the ball here.
Yeah, grabbing.
On the box out.
Grabiola grabbing her opponent. I'm afraid that's a pun that is too good not to use, correct, Jacob?
I do have to agree. Now sent back toward midfield.
There was some kind of pulling and pushing and shoving there in midfield, but that ball, Bolden doing exactly what she's there to do, guarding that ball and getting it away, and that ball goes through. Grabiola looking for it. No, it comes to Grijalva. And Litzy Munoz trying to get to that, but that ball eventually just being kicked out by, I believe that was Tovar.
Now Deonda with the throw in. Simpson finds their way back at midfield. And Bolden again, like you said, Ryan, doing her job, thwarting that attack of the Pioneers, as Simpson will work it slow, trying to burn these last 17.5 minutes off the clock and walk away with a 1-0 score and get in the win column.
And that is a, I don't know if Chloe just wasn't anticipating that, but that was a rough pass.
Yeah, I went right to Tovar. Just right to Tovar, the Pioneers.
Malconian picks that up.
And a huge body there from Cambry Jess.
Oh, and Munoz picks that up again. A PUC ball just going to the middle of the pitch here.
Trying to get outside.
And Munoz, she finds
Deonda,
who's here right outside the box here. They'll try to get in, and they do. Munoz with it inside the box.
Looking across, back door, Grabiola. Oh my goodness, what a play by Alves, diving to her right. She was moving all the way forward, threw on the brakes, dove toward the back post, and got some hands on it. Grabiola almost grabbed the goal, Ryan.
She did, but and then again, that pass to the middle of the pitch again, and Teague maybe hit a little bit late there, but that shot, if Grabiola could have that back, she kicked it in the middle, and had Alves just had enough room to get back, but if that was shot glanced a little more to the left side of the goal.
Now breakaway, and Dolphson's gonna punt it away.
And that actually falls to a perfect spot. And some very excited fans here. And Litzy Munoz and Edwards come out of the game. Serendi Torres enters back into the game, and Linda Jimenez. Yeah, just that shot by Grabiola a little more in the left side of that net, and that's a goal. And I'm rooting for her to score because, you know, that pun will never die. Can she grab herself a goal?
Also, surprising substitution there for Jimenez. My apologies. Stansbury, Teague, Edwards, and Munoz all getting subbed out. Edwards with not a lot of burn. On a hop, Van Dalfsen leaps up and snags it. That was almost...
Especially when it's hopping like that, you just don't know who's going to get a touch on it. You don't know what's going to happen.
And you can't jump too early because then you'll get beat.
The thing is, the keepers are usually safe enough because too much pressure on you and it's going to be called a foul. But, you know, a little nudge or something might not be called. This referee seems to be calling quite a lot, though, so I think it would be. But, yeah, Van Dalfsen just good getting in there, grabbing that ball. This ball's played around the back again, like you said.
And Teague is actually still in the game. Alexa Baez was not subbed in for her. But still surprising. I know the last home game, which you called with me, Ryan, Munoz actually played the full 90 minutes. And I will shout out HP in the crowd today. She almost just got a soccer ball to the face. She called a bunch of basketball games with me last year. And lots of fun in the booth. She's pretty fun down here on the pitch, too. Adds a little...
she's having fun. I do believe that Alexa Baez is going to be taken in now for Chloe Teague. And Stansbury is going to make way for De Leon.
This is also the most lively crowd we've had here.
Yes.
Which, again, conference home opener. Lots going into it. Lots of emotion, especially coming off that
what you want to see,
football game from fans last night.
Oh, yeah.
Probably want
4-point loss.
I want to come see a win. And, you know, Simpson Sports is up. Lots of good teams this year. Lots of good potential. And lots of Simpson alums in the crowd as well, right there on that front row in the crowd that played on this soccer team in the last handful of years, including Haley Ward, who now coaches at Shasta, and Nat Goins, our spiritual form director, who played, let's just say more than 10 years ago on this team.
More than 10. And from what I heard, the team was not the most successful, so whatever's happening now is at least better than it has been in the past, as that was very good by Grabiola to get that ball to Baez.
Now Sakira with the try, little chip shot toward the 18. Grabiola with the backward kick, and then
very limber and very quick getting to that ball there.
And Grijalva taken out a little bit on the mutual contest of the ball. A couple of great plays by both players.
No, I've been impressed by Grabiola. She was in a couple games ago when we were watching, and just, you know, I don't know if it was the midfield not getting the ball to her, but just not getting a whole lot of action, but now just seems to be in the middle of every play. And deserving of a goal. This is just kind of passing that back in the triangle there in the Simpsons defensive side of the field.
Yeah, Simpson controlling the tempo here. They're just trying to keep it out of the attacking zone of the Pioneers. Keep it toward midfield or in their attacking zone. Not get caught in transition again. Slide tackle coming in from Jimenez, sends it out of bounds. Actually doesn't send it out of bounds. Now it goes out of bounds. Caroms toward the 12 of Zappian.
And that's taken by De Leon, one in the midfield again. De Leon just guarding that ball though, and Baez passes it back.
Now on the turn, trying to boot it up the field, but it's going to go out of bounds. Not quite able to keep it straight. Now working back, it's 22 of Melkonian who sends it up the pitch.
That's a very good play there by Littleton.
Pioneers trying to get in the attacking zone, but that defensive third for the Redhawks has just been solid all day long. Here in this 1-0 game as we approach the 80th minute.
Yeah, just 10 minutes left in the game. It's time that PUC, if they want a chance at a equalizer here, they have to kind of start pushing and, you know, leaving themselves susceptible to maybe that counterattack for a second Simpson goal. There's Grabiola getting her body in between, seemed to be pushed over, but the referee happy enough to just give a throw into Simpson. No fuss. Love to see it.
Yeah, you'll take that if you can.
Oh, no, that throw-in is going to be for PUC. Well, in that case, there might be a bit of fuss, but...
And at this point, they're just happy to have the clock keep on running, too.
Yes, correct. Yeah, a lot of... I mean, that's a shoulder check. That's legal, but definitely a little bit, you know, a little aggressive.
They've gotten progressively more aggressive as time has gone on. But nothing that warrants a foul. Just a lot of chippiness, if you will. Here's Van Horn on the breakaway. Sends it toward the box, but Van Dalfsen will corral and dive on it yet again. Now it goes wide. They'll send it back towards Sakura. Sakura inside that 18 will give it to Van Dalfsen. Van Dalfsen with a lot to work with. Those 4 on the defensive line, if you will. She sends it far up the field to the 15 of Torres battling for it.
Conian very strong there. Baez just a little... Oh, and that ball.
Great moves there from
Taylor Brooks.
Baez.
Wide open on the left side. Head goes up as the ball doesn't come to her. Baez attempts to go through the middle unsuccessfully. The ball's back with the Simpson defense. Leon making that run and then stopped making that run when she thought the ball wasn't coming to her, but then, yeah, just a poor effort of a pass there by Sakura. PUC throw in. With, just over 8 minutes to go in the game.
Great ball control again by PUC, but they just can't seem to stay in the attacking zone.
They just have that. The problem is they just have, it's time to send people forward, but it seems like every time you look, it's just Ryan Van Horn by herself trying to make something of really nothing. So they need to start sending more players up there at PUC if they want a chance at an equalizer. Van Horn has it. See, Van Horn just sends that goalwards.
It's going to go wide and out of bounds. Be a goal kick.
Offside called. Yeah, that's one of those. I don't know if Van Horn was trying to just send her player off on goal there. Number 10, Leah Ronenberg making that. Another freshman making that run. But I wonder if that's what it was or what. Yeah. No seniors on the field right now for PUC, which is makes Ryan Van Horn as a junior one of the more experienced. And Fondolfse here with her experience sending her players up. Doesn't want to faff around in the backfield. Wants to get that ball as far away from her goal as she can. And that's headed the wrong way for PUC.
It's going to carry him toward that attacking third.
As Tovar is hunted down and Baez wins that ball in the middle. Baez showing some nice footwork since coming on. Weaving out of tight spaces. As the Anda gets that ball in.
Trying to keep it inbounds, but unable to get to it in time is the 15 of Torres. The day also starting to heat up. We're now at 80 degrees. And bluebird skies for the most part, but some wind in the air. Still not as hot as that first game of the season, the first men's game, where it was over 100 degrees, as Munoz will check back in for Graviola. And for PUC, Taylor Delgado will check in for Cambria Jess. Here in the 83rd minute. It's going to go.
Simpson on the offense, and Simpson wide open here.
Now Munoz on that far side outside the 18 sends it toward the goal, right at the keeper. Another shot on goal for Munoz today.
Just the chance of sounding negative, just an incredibly slow turnaround there. Two players wide open, including Munoz on the left side there, and that pass just came maybe 3 seconds too slow. But still back in the attack here.
Great touch there.
And with 6 minutes to go in the game, they'll be happy to. And just Tovar just stopping there on defense.
Backdoor sent the cross back toward Munoz, a little bit off target inside of that box. Now towards Santiago, back up top. Santiago looking toward the goal is going to send it just wide.
Yeah, and I think Torres just knew she was offside there. Just stopped making a move on the ball. I mean, Simpson pushing there, but there's a chance to slow down the game there, and they're doing such a good job getting around the sides, but once they get into the middle, like around that box, it seems like they're just kind of rushing it. Whereas with just 5.5 minutes to go in the game, 1-0 up, there's a lot to be said for just slowing it down, passing it around that box, and trying to find that most effective pass that can get you a goal. And the dagger that would be too here. And that.
Yeah, Simpson gets beat there, and it's batted around toward midfield.
And they get that back, but then lose it again. As Zappian kind of complaining to the ref there. Felt he got a little elbow to the body by Munoz.
And with the respective pushing and shoving going on both sides, I don't think that's something that's going to get called.
No. I think that, I mean, in any sport, I think a little bit of pushing and shoving, to a certain extent. I think as a referee, you want to have, and Coach Milton for Red Hawks just telling his players to slow down. I do think that as a referee, you want to keep the authority, let them know you're the boss on that field, but definitely letting them shove a little bit. As long as it's fair,
Yeah, keep the game in control.
Yeah.
And not to beat a dead horse, but we saw that last night with the football game. Lots of penalties on both sides for unsportsmanlike conduct and personal fouls, and that's just something the referees have to do in any sport, especially collegiately, to where both teams are kept in check.
Right.
And in this case, you're not going to get a free kick based off of that unless it's anything that the referee deems extra, if you will. Now, 4 minutes remaining. The Redhawks up by a score of 1-0, looking to improve their record on the season. They would improve to 2-3-1 overall, and they'd be undefeated in conference play, with the conference opener being this game right here. PUC just trying to get out of their defensive zone. Santiago sends it out of bounds.
Yeah, 3.5 minutes. You wonder if it's going to be 3.5 minutes of just defending now for Simpson, or if they're going to be able to get that ball out of that half and run it. Now, they have been very good at that, getting the ball into the final third and out of their own half, but they're again just being aggressive on the ball. And Van Horn just showing herself to be a very strong player, though, and just getting through everything. She seems to have hurt herself there, or no, I think just frustrated.
And Van Horn today has had a great game. She's found herself inside of the box a handful of times, but taking a handful of shots on goal as well. As Allen with the big leading pass to Munoz in the foot race with the 22 of Melkonian is going to steal it, get outside, avoid the slide tackle, looking toward that back post, sends it off the goalie. Alves with the save. Munoz with another try, gets it to Brooks, who's taken out by the 22 of Melkonian. Play remains to keep going on. Both players are down. And play has finally been.
Yeah, the thing if it looks to be a head injury, the referee has to stop the game right away, but it seems like just a collision, just both down, and that clock has stopped running.
The 22 of Melkonian looks to be cramping up. She's getting her legs stretched out and getting talked to by a couple of teammates to make sure they're all good. They're making sure she's all good, and they wave off the trainer. Seems to be all right. A little handshake / high five between the 19 of Abigail Littleton of PUC and Taylor Brooks, who are a couple of players that also collided.
And that was a one-on-one with the keeper there for Munoz, and just going straight at the keeper. I believe it's going to be a drop ball here.
So Simpson's still in the attacking zone. Here's the drop ball. It's going to go toward Munoz, but it's booted out after it goes wide just a little bit. Tovar kicks it into the Pioneers attacking zone where the Redhawks defend it. Now back toward midfield. Santiago.
Under 2 minutes to go here in the game. Simpson, this is the moment where you don't want to commit too many bodies forward.
But a dagger here would be great for the Redhawks. They've missed a handful of chances already.
Brilliant play there by Taylor Brooks there, just getting around the PUC.
Now working quick, sends it toward goal, but just wide right.
Yeah, this is what I mean. Just you have a chance to slow the game down, and you take a shot that, you know, realistically is a little too far, not too far out to score, but at that point in the game, you know, you have a chance to slow it down and really chew some clock. But with just over a minute to go here in the game, PUC are just going to send this forward, and Sakura is going to.
And goes towards the crowd. Sakura poking it away. 1 minute left in the game. Here in the 90th minute, PUC's last chances. On the turn there is Van Horn battling against the trio of Redhawks and ending up on the pitch. Now Van Horn the flop after.
There.
Just a trio of players getting tripped up.
Getting scrappy as it does at the end of the game. 30 seconds to go. Now we saw the men's game getting a goal scored on them with 8 seconds to go, so they'll be hoping to not concede.
But Simpson applying pressure as they keep it in the attacking zone. It's a leading pass that'll be sent away by the Pioneers, number 21, Tovar. They'll just work it up the pitch slow. Some short, quick passes as we get inside of 10 seconds left to play. The Pioneers' last-ditch effort here. Far outside on the wing is the 2 of Delgado. She's going to try and send it toward the goal, but it's intercepted by Jimenez. Poked away as time will run down, and the game will end with the Redhawks up by a score of 1-0. They get back in the win column. The win today here in the conference home opener. They improve their record on the season to 2-3-1 overall. They're undefeated in conference play as they take this one against PUC. They'll hit the road for a couple of games down in Vallejo, California, right next to where I'm from. And then Westcliff and Stanton all around on that SoCal swing before they come back on October 16th. The next home game on air for this soccer team will be on October 16th at 10 a.m. against the California Maritime Academy. The Keel Haulers will be coming to town up from V-Town. And they get the win here against PUC. We'll have the men's game coming up next, but what a solid game today from the women's side of things. Van Dalston with the clean sheet, had a handful of saves, and was not too busy back there in the goal. 20 shots for the Redhawks today.
12 of them on goal, and I think that the one thing that they're going to be, the only disappointing thing for them is that they didn't score more, but that's always a good problem to have. Keeping that clean sheet, getting that one goal, I think that the one thing, they'll be looking for in the future is just just finishing that. There was no reason for them not to, and I'm sure that's something they're going to work on in the next few weeks. We'll see them back at home in a month.
Yeah, there's a lot to take away from the game, but they walked away with a win. That's the most important part. And
Correct.
We'll be back with the men's game in around 20 minutes, I believe. 20 minutes or less to allow both teams to warm up respectively. This has been Jacob Green with Ryan Gavin. We'll be back here in about 20 minutes. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you soon.
You're tuned into Simpson University's Redhawks.